What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Kentucky's offense will take the field first. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gamecocks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Going to the running game. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year. Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Lofts one deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Bring in the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it set up on the outside. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Law. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. It's as if you're in Gulf in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
To throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now, Lenora Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out in college football.
And They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How many first downs is that alone? Just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. That's caught. It's Bennett. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Handoff to the single running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up for the 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Now the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Thanks to grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Wants to throw on third down. The short hands, it's Jacobs. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. Oh, he's got some space.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Spins away from the defender. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Wildcats will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Catch in the middle. It's Bennett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in. It's a seam wide open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams, Bryce, and the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Picked off. What a play to set him up. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Caught behind the line. It's ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Law. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. The inside handoff. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Moving away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He'll do it himself. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Pushes for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touch! Kentucky!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
The snap sets up to throw. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to him again. Running to Green. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. The lone back's got it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Sellers. Got the quick pass. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
And that hurts when you're trailing late in the ball game. You need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's long. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Kentucky right back to the line.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
He's loose. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles pulls him up. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's got an open man. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense in an empty set. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
You talk about coming up big in a big moment. Nice job by this defense. You had to make something happen. You had to get the football back so you could give your offense a chance to win this game for you. Nice job by the D.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Great place to start for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory, as we have victory formation coming. Encroachment defense. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Line gets set, first down. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go with, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.